Day 23. Making coffee inside that house. Getting out early and going back to the crawler thing. It was nice. I got my shower, got my hot food and all that. Making coffee on the stove right now. The old school way. Just heating it up on burner. Really got nothing to report, man. Let's get out of here before the sun comes up, I guess. I am clean. This is the last time we'll see me clean. Look how clean hair just falls down. Everything's been washed. So rare. This stop was really good for us. Needed it. Just a good old boys, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day he was born. Yeah, we're back at the trailhead, but we're not really sure which way to go. We might have to walk back up the hill we just walked down to get here, so, there's that. Don't see any obvious marks telling me where to go. Gorgeous morning. It's nice and chilly, but not cold. No wind at all. You gotta love that. He's walking back down the trail. I'm not gonna follow. I think he's just trying to see which way his dot is going. The maps are hard to read. Oh, I see something glowing up there. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if there's people in this car or not, but if you sleep here, that's just kind of weird. It's under the bridge. We have gone with the bridge option. It's an old bridge, very seldom used. I like these kind of things. They're actually great for camping in the middle of nowhere. People can't drive on them. They're flat. Quite often you have solid walls, so the wind breaks. Woke the birds up. Still haven't seen evidence of the trail. No markers anywhere. Oh, they have a little sidewalk here. A little turnstile thing to slow you down for the train, but there's no sidewalk before or after it. That's funny. And there's rocks in the way, so... Oh, you can ride your bicycle through this. Right. Hey, there's a trail sign. Okay, cool. I love that they glow. That's so nice. I have my headlamp on super low. That's the low setting. I kind of forgot to charge it last night. Last night was really good. Needed that shower, all that stuff. Left the place better than we found it. Win-win. It was a really good day. Awesome hitches. Those guys really made the trip a lot smoother. I mean, the beer on the way in, the homegrown nug on the way out. Very appreciative. But they can't ask for better than that as far as that in and out. In my world, that kind of counts as a 0. Sure, I did like 10 or 11 getting in there. But, that's all early morning, so the rest of the day you feel like you're relaxed and chilling and, good night's sleep on something I'll call a bed. I don't think it was. Very narrow, but very comfortable. It definitely wasn't a blow-up mattress. It sounds like a bag of chips when I move. Okay, looking for the trail. Definitely not there. See nothing reflective. This road is like freshly graded, so this is some smooth walking. I charged this thing for like an hour, so we'll see how long my headlamp works. Pretty sure by the time it starts cutting out on me, the sun will be up enough for me to see. We are entering public lands. Help keep your land clean. I do. And so should you. Leave the big heavy stuff, I'll get it. You guys just pick up the wrappers and stuff. Deal? Deal. Alright, so let's start road walking for a little while. It has gotten really nice down here. It's warmed up by a good like 5-7 degrees maybe. Rather comfortable all of a sudden. It was getting pretty chilly up there on the road. And then we got to the dirt road and everything got nice. And they say you can't see anything at night. I don't even have my headlamp on. Do I? No. Oh yeah, I do. I do. Really, really low right there. I can't actually tell, but through the camera I can see it. But don't really need it. I got that. Oh, it's got a big old Corona around it. Good times. So rare that somebody goes night hiking with me. His shoes blow. He can't get away from me. He'll get to experience the joys of second coffee. Ah, for him, this will be a magical day. We only hang out for a few more days, and then we're gonna split off because I'm going into Phoenix to hang out with my girlfriend for a couple of days. I'm gonna meet her in Pine, so I'll be on the trail another week or so, I think. And then if we're still hanging out, we gotta part our ways. Oh, it's just beautiful. Lots of cars at the trailhead. Camper over there. But they're obviously awake because it's well lit. Well, there's a big sign, so it's generally by those. This guy knows. It's generally by the big sign, man. I think I got another night hiker. Crazy. Oh, the other night hiker was fire hydrant. Oh, we're not sure if we're on trail right now, so we're trying to figure that out. Okay, back to the parking lot again. The map says we're supposed to be on the road. The little trail we were on, we can see it as a gray line on the map, and it gets near the road again, but bushwhacking in the desert is very subjective. Is it scrub? Is it cholla? I don't know. You know, so the gray line gets very close to the road at one point, but since they don't intersect, I'm just not taking the chance because, you know, I'm not picking my way through these beauties. But yeah, I'll stick with the map, and hopefully it's, you know, correct, because sometimes the map does show you in off the trail when you're on the trail, so, you know, there's that. But hey, it is what it is. I feel better that the road was the right decision. Okay, we had to stop and do a quick wardrobe change. Globe mallows are still sleeping too. Sun hasn't quite come up yet. These are some healthy ones. Not as big as the ones in my mama's front yard, though, not even close. Those things are big shrubberies. These are just little bitty things. Beautiful morning. So, you know, there's options. According to the map, we're going to be crossing the Gila River twice today. And there is reliable water in both 15 and 25 miles from where I'm at-ish. We've been walking for a little bit. But I think I'm going to check out the Gila River and probably stop at 15, because I'd rather do 15 than 25. I have an agenda, which is rare for me. I have to be somewhere at a certain time to meet up with my girlfriend to try to make it easy and convenient for both of us. So I need to be in Pine on the 28th. I believe today is the 18th, I want to say. So I don't know how long it takes to get to Pine, of course. But I'll be there in less than 10 days. Because I don't want her waiting on me. I'd rather have me waiting on her. I don't like making people wait. She's got better things she could be doing. Hanging out with my lame ass. But it'd be good. Hang out, some quality time, get my toenails painted again. Looking forward to it. There are just too many gorgeous shots in the morning before the sun comes up. That's when everything's a little more beautiful, at least through the camera lens. There's a beautiful bridge down there. We were on the train crossing earlier, and I was like, man, I'd love to follow the train tracks. And we have been following along with them. I don't know if we'll ever intersect again. But walking train tracks is kind of fun. Oh yeah, the trail goes down right by it. Oh, the trail does go down by it, man. I can see it. So somebody put up signs in here. The first one was, I love you, Julian, or Julian. I'm not sure. The second one's, I miss you. Now this is just, I know they're not coming back for these. You know, so I'm willing to bet anyway. So it's just litter. I've seen people like hang up pictures and stuff along trails, like the part by the house. I don't know, a memorial of somebody or something. And then they just sit there and rot on the trees. I think that's just kind of, I don't know, weird. It isn't even dirt anymore. It is the softest, like brown talc powder. Looking for a second coffee spot right now. I'm so gall dang proud of you. Oh man, the harsh language. You can't show that on YouTube. Gall dang. Okay, so dude, call your mom. Tell her she's a litter bug. She needs to come back out and pick up her stuff. And why don't you give her a call every once in a while, man, so she doesn't have to come litter the woods, get your attention. Oh, good thing we were not on that bridge having morning coffee. Yeah, who's that coming down the way? Old Smokey Joe would have ruined it for us. And what do you do on a bridge, man? But you have one of them stand by me moments where you try to outrun the train. That'd be pretty epic, dude. I'd film over my shoulder as I was running. All right, we have a half-assed coffee spot, but you know, you take what you can get. It is this boulder. Works for me. It's a slow-moving train. I think we could outrun it. We would have heard it coming.
I think we would have outrun it.
Yeah, we got that. Or maybe just hop on the front and ride it for a while. Some train blazing. Yeah, I think it's an ore car puller. Oh, I see oil behind it too. It is a fuel puller. Oh, it just got loud. Good times. All right, coffee time. Okay, second coffee was a success. While we were sitting there, two hikers came up, two ladies named Sandstone and Firebird. We came into camp when I set up camp really early at Bear Springs. The night I may or may not have seen a cat. It's always nice to put faces to the voices. I did not wake any of them up. That is the important part. I asked them. And one of the ladies, I think it was Firebird, was the one camped inches away from me. So the fact that I was able to sneak out in a fairly silent spot without her getting me means I got my skills. I thought I totally would have woke her up. It is hard to pack up completely silently. You just got to do it really slow, but there's still the crinkle of plastic and rustles and zippers. All those things make noise, even if you go slow. Oh, it's gorgeous. There's a breeze coming in. It's actually kind of chilly. But since the sun's hitting you, they equal each other out. They balance each other out. Oh, man, it is good morning. Nice to only have to go 15 miles, as long as it's not a rugged 15 miles. Because, you know, the distance doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, but... You know, is it over these things? Is it around these things? That changes the 15 miles. Oh, that's a sad cactus. So that was Giver. She just randomly wants to take pictures with everybody on the trail or selfies with us. So since she got one of me, I got one of her. She said she was supposed to know me when she saw me. The ladies at her like, oh, NightCrawler's back. You'll know him when you see him. She's like, how was I supposed to know? Are you gonna be dressed like a worm or something? I was like, I don't fucking know. You know? Yeah. How would you know me if you don't know me? Just like every other hiker out here. Heavily tattooed white guy. Oh, somebody murdered this saguaro. Look at that. They straight chopped through it. Oh, they cut you. Murder. It is just a really pleasant sea of saguaro out here. Just as far as the eye can see, we are in that band of elevation, roughly 4,000 feet or so. Huge cairns mark the way. The trail is easy breezy. This should be a good 15-mile day. Almost tripped. So you can see the Gila River down there a bit. I have to assume it's going out the same way we are. Well, I assume we're going out that way. I see Ukichoya. I see trail over there. Seems logical. Probably should have taken the train tracks. Just because that would have been kind of interesting. I mean, this is interesting and all that, but yeah, train tracks, you don't get to hike on those very often. So if I would have known that they go to the same place, I'd have taken them. But since I don't know, I feel safer on the trail. I'm guessing a bird took it out of the river and brought it up here. I don't know. I haven't seen any snails cruise around or evidence of them. Doesn't seem like their turf. So I'm going to go with bird. Okay, still follow the train tracks and the Gila River. Totally wish I would have taken them. All looks like we're going to the same place, but the trail is pretty smooth and easy. It's not like it's a bad trail by any means. It's just not often I get to walk train tracks. I like a variety. Beautiful morning for a hike. Beautiful canyon, all these rocks. We're just meandering around the hill back and forth, snaking back. No real ups, no real downs. I mean, it's slowly going down, I guess, but we slowly went up as well. Train tracks and rivers still look cool, though. I assume we're headed over to that nifty stuff, but, you know. Down we're going in and talking about sheer faces and stuff. Man, that's got a face on it. Good morning, beautifuls. Tons of rabbit brush around here, but at least it's bloomed and gone, I guess. Thought that was like last year's stuff that already would have fallen off, so I guess the blooms didn't last all that long. Oh, damn, come up around the corner. Look at this. It's nuts. Wow. That's got to be what we're headed towards, right? Or maybe this little guy. And that's some more. It's beautiful. Damn, it's just big, beautiful rocks all over the place. Yes. Doubt we're going into these at all. Possibly these. Just curious what railroad tie was doing out here. It's a trail marker. I was like, that's random. This thing's weigh a lot. I haven't seen a road in a minute. Walking through the scrub. Still a nice breeze. Kind of looking for a place to have second lunch. Trying to do low mileage. Oh, that would have been a nice spot, but he's already all the way up there. Oh yeah, there's the first Gila River crossings coming up in a little bit, like a mile or so. That's where we're headed. I do remember that. Have lunch there, lounge around, get to the second spot. I'm hoping that the water is warm enough and all that to maybe, do a little swimming in. Set up camp and go swim a little bit. Feel all super clean again. I mean, I did just shower yesterday, but who doesn't like smelling like a river? Okay, I don't understand how this would happen. That one has prickly pears growing out of it. Did like a pack rat drag something up there or something? I don't think it could drag that much prickly pear. Oh, I'm confused. I've never seen a cactus growing in a cactus. These are some big ones. Yeah, it should be pretty near water. I can hear it. Wow. Layers on layers of rocks. Crazy erosion rocks. It's getting closer, but I don't know if that's what I'm going into. I think I'm wrapping around the other way. I'm going to see more there. I saw a trail going into the Gila. I was kind of hoping that was ours. The train railings actually glisten with heat in the sun. You can just see the heat coming off them. So maybe the trail I saw leading down into the Gila, it wasn't a trail. I saw from a hill back there, but we went down a long, convoluted way to get here. I should have known. I kind of did. Nice, can't wait to get under some big trees, hang out, relax. So not in a hurry. Gotta take it mellow to be in certain places at certain times. And always exactly where it's supposed to be. Well, technically the Gila River bed, and once upon a time the river did flow here, it has not in decades, I'm guessing. So we're kind of parallel to it. Well, there's a fence between us and it anyway. Somebody owns it right there, I guess. Still just hugging the rocks. Have not gotten away. Eventually. Nope, still a fence. But eventually we get to cross. Always impressed by plants that can just come right out of a rock. That is a big purple cholla. that tree just go right through the cactus? It totally did. Well, easy where it got redirected around in certain places. Interesting. Close enough that I can hear the water, but now I'm walking away from it. But you know, we'll meander again close. Just when I thought we were getting close, it thrust us back into the hills. We hear a train going by. Thought we were getting close. But it's gonna happen, I swear. There will be water. I don't know if there's a bridge or not, but I'm assuming there is. Don't care. Oh, it's just right there. And I'm up here. Still have a gentle little breeze blowing. It's pretty nice. The river's over there. I'm headed this way, but I will definitely make it back over that river. I fit into it. I thought it happened by now, but obviously I'm wrong. Turns out there was a fork about a mile ago that was that first Gila River access. I thought they were crossings, not access. It was actually the first time I've looked at the map today. So Joey might have peeled off to go there because we had plans to have lunch there. But since there's a fork in the road, I stayed on the trail thinking they were crossings, not access. So, my bad. But I'm going to head over to the other one, which is 2 miles up, and go snag some water there. I am on my last liter, I think. Yeah, I'm on my last liter, which is more than enough for 2 miles. Anytime you see huge rusted metal things, you just have to assume it's for mining, right? Then you just leave them after you're done. They'll eventually rust away, though. A couple of years, I don't know. How long does it take for something to be completely rust in the desert? Pretty slow process. Looks like a pretty horrible fire came through. Burned these up pretty good a long time ago, though. Maybe a fresher one up there. They're still blackened. I don't know. Definitely got burnt up. Amazing they survived. Just being full of water really helps. Okay, so the map is saying if I follow that up in another half mile is water, but it's fenced off. And it says it's easier to grab from here. I think this is what it's talking about. I see a trail, but that is not a people trail. I mean, it's not a trail, it's where water is flowing. So I am unsure what they mean. I don't want to miss out on the water, but you know, I'm willing to hop a fence for it too, so no big deal. Those look like little raccoon prints. Fresh trash panda prints in the area. Well, here looks like river access without a fence. It's not quite what the map was telling me about, but I don't complain. Oh, decent campsite. I am sold. Nice. Check out the temperature of the water. A little murky, but not bad at all. Got tons of little fishies in it. What's up, little guys? Run, I'm gonna eat you. Obviously gets visited by the cattle. Can't blame them there. Somebody with ultras was just here. Oh, that might be a better campsite up in there. I might want to investigate a little bit. Screw it. I think I'm happy with what I got. Of course, that side's got all the good flat spots over on it, but not worth crossing for. This spot just isn't wide enough, and it's a solid thing of rock, so I couldn't even pound my stakes in. So I'm just going to come right over to here. I've been flattening this out with my foot for a minute, and that looks doable. There's a nice breeze coming through the tent right now, making dinner. I'm going for Nor pasta side with a sweet and spicy tuna and some roasted garlic mashed potatoes. Doesn't look half bad, man. That's pretty edible. I'll eat it. And of course, put it on the tortilla. Just gonna sit here and eat food, watch the river go by. I'm gonna edit videos since I have no service to upload or anything. Try to get ahead of the game or something. I'm way behind the game, so I'll try to catch up with the game. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Probably gonna fall asleep early out of boredom, and then wake up super early and start hiking is what I imagine. And hell, might as well do the desert sections in the dark. Okay, Joey and Fire Hydrant showed up as I was done making my food and all that. Fire Hydrant has carried on. It is a 10-mile climb out of here with no water or anything since the last water. And then he's calling a trail angel that is listed multiple times, or numbers listed multiple times in all the comments on gut hooks. I think I'm going to go there just so I can get stuff out of my phone and all that. Rest and recharge, why not? But he's got a head start on me. Since he's going to call her, I'd rather not have her come in multiple times. So I'm hoping to catch up and maybe pass him so that I can just catch a ride when she comes to pick Fire Hydrant up. I'm probably getting up too early for Joey, so he's going to sleep in comparison to me. Unless, I wake him up and he gets up. He has a hard time sleeping, so, there's that. But I'm assuming since I'm crashing out real soon, I'll be up at like 1 a.m. We'll see. But I got like 25 miles to make tomorrow. If I want to catch that ride and not an inconvenience, or I can do 25. First 10 is uphill, and after that it should be downhill. So, get that done while the moon is out. Oh, it'll be good night hiking, won't it? Yeah, it'll be a beautiful morning. Okay. So, yeah, I'm out, man. I'm beat. See you in the morning. They're walking right by the tent. This is their watering hole, too. Take a friend with Joey over there. They're like, we're thirsty, man. This is where we come to drink, and these assholes set up their tents right in the way. Oh, the baby's thirsty. Come on, baby. That one just plodded through. He came right by my tent. Eat a little bit, drink a little bit. He's getting crap on your Tyvek.
Kind of a precarious place to sleep tonight.
Yeah. Without a tent. They'll walk around a tent, but they might just step on you.
I think my tent is too wide for that spot. We got that overhanging branch.
You can die.
Yeah, I'll sit back there. Who knows? Would be a terrible spot.
He's trying to make sure they don't step on his Tyvek. So expect a lot of crunching noises and stuff tonight because this is the cow's path to water. So hopefully they're outside right now, just stomping around on stuff. Joey's afraid he's going to get crushed in the night because he cowboy camps, and I'd be afraid of that too. So he might not sleep here. He might have to find another spot. But they see tents. They'll walk right around this. I did pull out my stakes on the side they'll go by, though, so they don't trip over my guy lines and pull my whole tent down. Makes sense to me, just in case, because this is the side they come from. There's more space over there. I didn't realize cattle would be coming through. But anyway, it's early, but I'm going to bed, man. All right, good night, for reals.